Good day, everyone. Before we start the program, TMP Tech has a few netiquette reminders to ensure a smooth and organized virtual event. First, let us be on time. If the virtual event starts at 8 a.m., please be online at 8 a.m. or at least 5 minutes before the start of the program. Second, let us be mindful of our manners while attending a virtual event. Let us be respectful in our words and our actions. Let us treat the speakers as well as the other attendees online as we would in person. Third, let us be conscious of our comments. We should refrain from posting inappropriate comments as it can be read by everyone. If we must say something to presenters online, we can send it through private messaging. And lastly, let us use the like or react buttons to show that we are engaged. This can help the presenters to determine your reactions and feelings towards the virtual event. Inappropriate. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We would like to request everyone to please settle down. We shall start the program in a few minutes. Thank you. Let us all pause in silence for invocation to be led by Mr. Adrian Chimbaluro from TMP General Job Automotive Servicing Course, Batch 10.
Let's bow our head and place ourselves in the presence of the Lord. Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this opportunity to gather together. That each one of us may able to share what he or she have for your glory and honor. We pray for our graduates today and lift them before you. We ask you for your peace and cover them. We ask you for laughter and joy to fill their days. We pray that you would give them boldness and courage to face challenges set before them with the confidence and peace that can only come from your Spirit. Be a lamp for their feet and a light to their path, Shine over them. Fill them with your spirit. May today be a memory that burns bright within them as they embark on life's great adventure. May the various activities related to this event be a success through your intervention. We ask all of this in your name. Amen.
Please stand for singing the Philippine National Anthem.
Mga kababayan, ang pambansang awit ng Pilipinas.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the Master of Ceremonies, Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Incorporated, from Marketing and Promotion Department, Ms. Christine C. Tanate.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. As we conclude the final chapter in the academic lives of TMP Tech's 10th and 11th batches of our General Job Automotive Servicing course, let us now celebrate with them on this very significant day as they move forward as future technicians and continuously create better opportunities as Toyota professionals. Welcome to the 10th Commencement exercises of Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Incorporated. To formally welcome all of us in today's momentous event, may we call on TMP Tech President Dr. David Go.
The Honorable Lina Sarmiento, Deputy Director General for Tesla Operations, Mr. Alfred V.T., TMP Chairman and TMP Tech Vice Chairman, Mr. Atsuhiro Okamoto, TMP President and TMP Tech Science and Technology Council Chairman, Mr. Jose Lim III, President, Toyota Dealers Association, Attorney Romel Gutierrez, Campi President, Mr. Santos Guerrero, TMP Tech Chairman, Toyota Dealer Principals and Representatives, graduates, fellow TMP and TMP Tech team members, parents and family members, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. On behalf of the school administration, faculty, and staff of Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology, it is with my esteemed honor and pleasure to have all of you here today virtually. Despite the COVID-19 pandemic, technology makes it possible for us to celebrate at the comfort of our homes and offices to recognize our 10th and 11th batch of graduates in this commencement exercise. Please for today's event. I am quite sure that we can very much relate to it. We all have our dreams and aspirations. We may have our own doubts if we would get through these challenging times. Yet, we are all here now for our 217 graduating GJ students. Your hard work, perseverance, and commitment to excellence have pushed you forward. After today, you shall be at the edge of becoming genuine Toyota professionals, well equipped to take on newer and bigger challenges that will mold you into better automotive technicians. As you move forward in your new stage in life, kindly allow me to share with you some pointers that may help you along the way. Stay focused in pursuing excellence in everything that you do and in all that you aim for in life. Issues and concerns will always be there to challenge you, but your longing for excellence should remain. As you gain success through time, always remember to be humble and be respectful of others. With these values and principles firmly in place throughout your career as a Toyota professional, you will definitely be able to always start your impossible. I would like to take this opportunity to extend my sincerest gratitude to both our co founders, Dr. Shoichiro Toyoda and the late Dr. George SKT, for having the vision for this company and to Mr. Jimmy for his firm support as we continuously face challenges in the technical, educational, automotive sectors. TMP Tech would also like to extend its deep appreciation to its partners in government and industry, namely the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority, TESDA, and the Philippine Toyota Dealer Network for their strong partnership in ensuring our students are at par with the needed technical standards in the automotive industry. Most of all, our heartfelt thanks to the families of our dear student graduates for your trust in PMP Tech to train and develop your children with the necessary skills and attitude required of a true Toyota technician. Thank you very much and a pleasant day to all of you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Go. Indeed, this ceremony symbolizes the culmination of our students' journey into being certified Toyota technicians in their chosen fields, while living out Toyota's shared values of excellence, continuous improvement, and respect for people. It has been indeed a fulfilling and meaningful journey for TMP Tech's Batch 10 and 11 graduates. The significance of this experience was highlighted by the continuous achievement of TMP's vision, which is to provide a brighter future for young Filipinos by being a human resource hub for Toyota's local dealer network. This vision, including the opportunities and challenges encountered along the way, would not have been achieved without the strong and continuous collaboration between TNP Tech and its valued stakeholders. With that being said, we shall now hear some of the school's highly valued partners in the pursuit of its goals and objectives as they deliver their congratulatory messages to our graduates. Please join me in welcoming Chairman and President of Toyota Tacloban Leyte Incorporated and an officer of Toyota Dealer Association, Mr. Jimmy Yaukasid.
Chairman Alfred T., uh, Vice Chairman Dr. David Ko, TMP President Atsuhiro Okamoto, dear graduates, you all dream of a better life for you and your family. That's why you work hard to get a job. That's why you're here because you dream of becoming more than your dreams. You now have a world-class level education in automotive technology that allows you not only to work in the Philippines, but in any part of the world. Ang unang hakbang sa inyong pag-unlad ay ang pag-aaral. The first step to progress is to learn, and you have taken that step. So congratulations to all the graduates of the TMP School of Technology. This batch faced the most challenging of times, learning through the pandemic, lockdowns, swab tests, hands-on in a bubble, while worrying about your loved ones at home. But you made it. You have successfully overcome all the obstacles and have finished the race. Kaya hangang-hanga ako sa inyong lahat, mga guro ninyo at kayo, mga nagtapos. Salamat tayo sa Panginoon na tayo inalagaan niya at sa pagmamahal niya at sa mga biyaya binigay niya sa atin na kahit sa kalagitnaan ng pandemya, tuloy ang pagtuturo, tuloy ang pag-aaral ninyo. Ito ay hindi madaling gawain. Bagamat hindi kayo ang pinakamagaling na batch, kasi lahat naman siguro na batch ay magaling, pero pwede kong sabihin na kayo ang pinakamatatag, pinakamatapang at porsigidong batch na nagtapos sa TMP. Saludo ako sa iyo. Allow me to recognize the partnership between the TMP Tech and the Toyota Dealers Association. The fruits of that is seen in these colors of the dealers that have graduated today. You will be going back to your dealerships. The expectation on you will be high because you now carry the brand of a world-class education able to stand head-to-head with the best in the world. Imagine, world-class na kayo. Subalit pagbalik ninyo, ang dadalhin nyo ay hindi pagyayabang, kundi pagbabago. Bring home your new excellence for our clients to experience from your service. Level up the quality of service in your dealerships. Kung nagawa mo na yan, pwede ka na magyabang. Hindi dahil nakapagtapos ka sa TMP Tech, ngunit dahil sa pagbabago na naidulot mo sa mga team members at sa mga dealerships ninyo. Change is the evidence of true learning. So again, in behalf and grant you the abundance of His grace always. Thank you and God bless you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Yokasin. At this point, ladies and gentlemen, we are privileged to have with us this morning a very distinguished individual as our commencement speaker. Let us all please welcome, on behalf of Director General Mr. La Peña, the Deputy Director General for the Technical Education and Skills Development Operations, Honorable DDG Lina Sarmiento.
On behalf of Secretary Isidro La Peña, the Technical Education and Skills Development Authority congratulates the graduates of Automotive Servicing Course of the Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology, or TMP Tech. It is my privilege to be part of celebrating the achievements of our 10th and 11th batches of graduates. And TMP Tech, as we strive to achieve the goal of raising the level of Philippine technical and vocational education and training in automotive technology to global standards. We all know that education has suffered tremendously from the COVID-19 crisis. The last year and a half has been a real struggle for our students to adapt to the new conditions of learning with internet connectivity issues and adjustments on how classes are being conducted. Yet, completing this 2-year course under the new normal is a testament that you are willing to rise above the challenges and are ready to prove to the world that the Filipino youth, whatever the circumstances, is a cut above the rest. Indeed, it is our honor to partner with Toyota, the largest global name. As they embark on their journeys, we know that our graduates bring with them world-class competencies and values, which in turn will make them very capable professional technicians. On behalf of a grateful TESDA, thank you, TMP Tech, for helping us provide quality automotive education to our kababayans. perseverance in finishing your course despite the unusual conditions is an indication that you are ready to face these uncertainties and to transform these challenges and turn them into opportunities. Continue to be flexible in your way of thinking. Stay creative, continue to innovate, and don't be afraid to redefine your strategies to reach your goals and aspirations. Again, on behalf of Secretary Isidro Lapen,
Thank you very much, Lady Gilina Sarmiento. To our dear graduates, may you carry out the values and principles shared to you by our distinguished speakers. And may they serve as an inspiration to continuously create better opportunities as you move on from TMP Tech. It's for graduation and the conferment of program completed. To facilitate this portion, may we call on TMP Tech President Dr. David Ko and TMP Tech Academic Affairs Division Head Dr. Ramon George Atento.
Mr. President, it is my honor to inform you that the candidates for graduation before us are qualified and eligible for their titles and have completed the requirements prescribed by the school.
By virtue of the powers vested in me by TESDA and the TMP Tech Executive Committee, I hereby confer as well as the obligations and responsibilities appertaining with it. Congratulations.
At this point, the symbol of completion for the academic requirements for the 2-year Toyota General Job Automotive Servicing course shall be acknowledged for our graduates. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you the graduates from Batch 10. Abisamis Ian Joshua E. Acebuche Jericho M. Aguilar Sandy B. Rome S. Alberto Von Emil H. Alcantara Levi A. Toyota Pasig Scholar. Alejos John Gwen A. Alinsunurin Carlo L. Almazan Jodem Q. Toyota Otis Incorporated Scholar. Almazora Eliza Miles M. Aluran Ronel Z. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Alvarez John Kenneth B. Lexus Manila Incorporated Scholar. Amar Kevin Dale M. Toyota Mandaue South Cebu Scholar. Amistoso Wendrick L. Amo Julius Cesar G. Ang Davy John D. Anyo Grace Dayan S. Antipatia Bryle James I. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Apelado Jomari B. Araos John Jeffy S. Bakunawa Dan Bernard M. Baksal Nathanael G. Balyarda John Mar B. Bantay Francis Paul R. Toyota General Santos Incorporated Scholar. Bartolo Ives Vincent D. Bautista Armando Miguel J. Toyota North EDSA Scholar. Bayani Jomar B. Bilderol Adrian B. Toyota Fairview Scholar. Belleza RJ Miko C. Toyota Shaw Incorporated Scholar. Vanessa Donato R. III. Bernal Jurel A. Toyota Balintawak Incorporated Scholar. Borlasa Sidrex S. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Kabahug Kevin George C. Toyota Bacolod City Scholar. Kabali John Calvin C. Kabatanya Jenner Carl D. Cachuela Eduardo D. Jr. Cafe Marvin P. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Kaindok Edgar M. Toyota Kidapawan City Scholar. Kalayan Lee Matthew B. Carson Valerie L. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Castellano J. Chris F. Cayetano Christian June D. Toyota Batangas City Incorporated Scholar. Cebu Lito S. Jr. Sensil Ryan Paul P. Centura Brian Joshua N. Shua Gerald M. Clarito Ray Flores. Toyota Matina Davao Scholar. Clotario Dominic C. GT Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Comendador Rustico L. Jr. Costales Darwin C. TMP Tech Scholar. Dasir Janelle B. Dadios T. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. David Miguel Francis T. De Belen John Spencer D. De Lara Maria Lourdes P. De Matia Angel S. Jr. De Mesa Marian D. Toyota San Pablo Laguna Incorporated Scholar. De Paz Jesmar C. Toyota Bad Santos Manila Scholar. De Vera Justin M. Decano Paul Jason R. TMP Foundation Incorporated Beneficiary. Del Mundo Mark Anthony P. Del Valle Joser John R. De La Rosa John Rowie M. De La Viña Jenard Juancho M. De Los Reyes Chris John A. TMP Tech Scholar. Del Oso John Paul Dokila Brian. TMP Foundation Incorporated Beneficiary. Dumatol Heinrich Dem C. Fadul Bernardito C. Jr. Felizmonte Nico A. TMP Foundation Junel C. Toyota Makati Incorporated Scholar. Fuerte Carlo Jose G. Gagto Christian Dan M. Toyota Baguio City Scholar. Galang John Vin Galvan Timothy R. Gapas Lester B. Garcia Isaiah Rafael A. GT Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Garcia John Vincent A. Garcia Rafael N. Godoy F. John M. TMP Disan William D. Jr. Guerra Richard John G. Toyota Cubao Incorporated Scholar. Guillermo Brian Edison E. Bizarem Dave B. Toyota Bikutan Parañaque Scholar. Infante Mark Darrell B. Toyota Mabolos Scholar. Iringan Remigio P. Javier Andrew Jet C. TMP Foundation Incorporated Beneficiary. Javier Timothy Paul T. Lacio Renzo R. Toyota Dumaguete City Scholar. Laman Brian Vincent M. Lara Raymond V. Larino Jose Lorenzo C. La Sala John Ronald R. Lazarte Von Vincent S., Toyota Iloilo Incorporated Scholar. Lazo Arvin Lintag Mark Christian S., Toyota San Fernando, Pampanga Incorporated Scholar. Lua Jovelon B. Jr. Makato John Carlo G. Madarang Kian B. Toyota North EDSA Scholar. Manding Emil J. Toyota Ilocos Norte Scholar. Mangayap Brian V. Toyota La Union Scholar. Manuel Oliver I. Manzano John Win M. Maraon Christian Mark L. Toyota North EDSA Scholar. Marqueses Abram Graciani E. Martin Angelo D. Toyota Tarlac City Scholar. Martinez Matthew James. Mendoza Jimbo. Toyota Balintawak Incorporated Scholar. Miklat Alvin M. Jr. TMP Tech Beneficiary. Nano Robert Sam P. Nombrado Joshua Don D. Olaes John Ryan M. Olasi Imar John D. Novdex C. Patulot Princess Abigail. TMP Tech Scholar. Pehi Jonathan M. TMP Foundation Incorporated Beneficiary. Pilago Kevin Mark S. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Piera Kenneth S. TMP Foundation Incorporated Beneficiary. Pilar Allison Joyce D. Prince Christian S. Rance Royce Carl M. Raxi Ronmar I. Rareza Kyle Raster T. Recto Brazil D. Reyes John Paul R. Toyota Santa Rosa Laguna Incorporated Scholar. Ricardel Vincent L. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Roldan Lawrence Dave A. GT Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Sagum Jazel A. San Jose Raiji C. San Pablo Melvar R. Jr. Sanyo Frank Lloyd V. Santos Ralph Bradley. Sarmiento Shane S. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Sison Jose Anthony P. Sevilla Miguel Patrick Ivan Z. Signy Nicole C. Sumabong Jomari S. Tamayo Nicanor M. III. Tanyag Nicolo B. Tiope Kim Steven C. Tizon Xavier Amadeus A. Tolibas Michael B. Valdez Rafael D. Toyota Baguio City Scholar. Valencia Frederick Chandler S. Valencia Irvin Dale P. Vidal John Mark B. Villorente Christian. Viñas Eric Jude D. Toyota Otis Incorporated Scholar. Yadaw Michael O. Yawad Sampras Rick D. Yoro Kimby Israel R. Isibido Joseph Aldrin V. Zabat Alfred Ozem L. Ladies and gentlemen, it is my privilege to present to you the graduates from Batch 11. Acosta Arlan D. Acosta King John M. Toyota Isabela Incorporated Scholar. Albay Anton B. GT Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Alcala Mike Rafael P. Ariola Robin C. Bakay Jason S. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Bacoro Venji V. Bati M. Briones, M. Toyota Alabang Incorporated Scholar. Cadiz, Raymond L. Caparas, Juan Basil L. Gatapang, Andro Paul J. Kawilan, Rustum Clark L. Crisostomo, Elmer Patrick Q. II. Rosilio, Michael A. Cruzat, John Al Kenneth C. Del Rosario, Philip Ruiz S. Doliente, Henry L. Dumalayas, Benjamin V. Ebias, Philip John C. Toyota Commonwealth Incorporated Scholar. Fabon Edgardo R. Jr. Francisco Francis Harold L. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Gonzon Bodrick O. Go Joseph Raymond F. House Philip Jr. GT Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Ipak Edmark S. Lahera Nestor S. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Landicho Lorenze L. TMP Tech Scholar. Ledesma Vince P. GT Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Linan Robert Reginald P. Lianza Jomi R. Jr. Toyota Camarines Sur Incorporated Scholar. Mangapo Romer D. Mawili Brian Keith M. Murillo Jason B. Oglimen Aaron Jake C. Palihon Mel Andrew B. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Par Angelo A. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Parama John Vincent B. GT Foundation Incorporated Beneficiary. Plaza Louis James S. Salarda Genesis H. Sapalio Daniel A. TMP Foundation Incorporated Scholar. Sarmiento Maynard S. Suma John Paul Ignacio B. Tahunio Reinhardt C. TMP Tech Scholar. Tolentino Oliver T. Jr. TMP Tech Beneficiary. Tuvera Rosendo Moses R. III. Villaverde Genry C. Yumul Felix T. IV. Our awardee was able to obtain the highest weighted point average or WPA for engine system component subject. To receive the award, let's all welcome Mr. Christian Mark L. Maraon. Our next awardee obtained the highest weighted Fadul Jr. Our next awardee was able to obtain the highest weighted point average or WPA for chassis system and electrical system component subject. To receive the award, let's all welcome Mr. John Calvin C. Cabali. At this juncture, we shall be announcing the awardees for the Academic Excellence Awards. This particular set of awards represents a graduating student's exceptional performance in every aspect of his or her studies. We are proud to present the following graduates who have achieved such distinction. For attaining a weighted point average of 90.08, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies. The fifth of our 5 bronze medalists, Mr. Julio Cesar G. Amo. For attaining a weighted point average of 90.40, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, A. Alcantara. For attaining a weighted point average of 90.93, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies. The third of our 5 bronze medalists, Mr. Davy John D. Ang. For attaining a weighted point average of 91.29, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies. The second of our 5 bronze medalists, Mr. Christian Mark L. Maraon. For attaining a weighted point average of 91.97, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies. And GJ's Batch 10's bronze medalist, Mr. Adrian G. Belderol. For achieving a weighted point average of 92.53, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies. The silver medalist and TMP Tech Batch 10's most outstanding student, Mr. Bernardito C. Fadul Jr. Our awardee obtained the highest weighted point average or WPA for chassis system component subjects, drivetrain system component subjects, auto electrical component subjects, and engine system component subjects. With these accomplishments, he will be given the awards for Best in Chassis System Component Subjects, Best in Drivetrain System Component Subjects, Best in Auto Electrical Component Subjects, and Best in Engine System Component Subjects. Let's all welcome Mr. Edmark S. Ipak. At this juncture, we shall be announcing the awardees for Batch 11's Academic Excellence Awards. This particular set of awards represents a graduating student's exceptional performance in every aspect of his or her studies. We are proud to present the following graduates who have achieved such distinction. For attaining a weighted point average of 91.59, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies. And GJ Batch 11's bronze medalist, Mr. John Paul Ignacio B. Sunga. For achieving a weighted point average of 92.34, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies, and with no grade lower than 80% in all other units of competencies, may we call on the silver medalist, Mr. Oliver T. Tolentino Jr. For achieving a weighted point average of 94.54, with no grade lower than 85% in any of his core competencies. Medalist and TMP Tech Batch 11's most outstanding student, Mr. Edmore S. Ipak. Congratulations to all our awardees. May you further succeed as you continuously overcome challenges in your chosen careers. From the one who excelled in all respects as a member of this graduating batch. Let us all give a very warm round of applause for TMP Tech's Toyota General Job Automotive Servicing Course Batch 10's most outstanding student, Mr. Bernardito C. Fadul Jr.
Thank you and welcome to Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Virtual Graduation Ceremony. The Honorable Lina Sarmiento, Deputy Director General for Test Operations, Mr. Alfred T., TMP Chairman, Mr. Jose Lim III, President of the Toyota Dealers Association, Attorney Romel Gutierrez, CAMPI President, Mr. Santos Guerrero, TMP Tech Chairman, Dr. David Go, TMP Tech President, Toyota Dealer Principals and Representatives, TMP and TMP Tech Officers and Team Members, parents, good morning. A pleasant day to you all. It is a great honor for me to be here in front of you representing the class of Batch 10, and I would like to take this opportunity to express my deep gratitude to all the instructors and administrators here at the Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology. This is a valued moment to be with our friends and families on this very special day of our graduation, to witness a new milestone in our journey in life. Dear fellow graduates, be prepared because it will be a lot tougher from this day on. This institution gave us an automotive education, serving as our armor and weapon because the real battle as a quality technician will begin after this graduation. Before I decided to enroll at this school, I already had my BS Chemistry degree from Polytechnic University of the Philippines and had my career experiences. But while in that career path, it felt that I was still looking for a profession that doesn't feel like a job, but more of like a hobby. So I quitted from my job and started some business, doing stuff on my own terms, and I started to feel my passion for vehicles when I first learned to drive. My childhood characteristics of being curious and learning how things works just kicks in again. I always find myself watching tutorials from the internet about repairs and stuff like that, and it felt really satisfying when I succeeded in applying the tutorials I learned from the internet to the actual vehicle that I own. And then I thought of why not make it a profession. At first, I was hesitant if I'm going to enroll here at the MP Tech because of my age and the length of my stay here might put me in a make or break situation. Will I be successful or will I be a failure in trying to pursue my passion as a career? But here I am now, in front of all of you, ready to start a new career path that I chose, full of hopes that I can be successful in this journey. There's no such thing as too late for us to pursue our passion. Spending my 2 years here in school gave me enough tool to start another chapter of my life. But the period of learning must never stop from here. We must think of ourselves as a cup that always need to be filled and never comes full. The cup that we are now is constantly developing through learning experiences as we progress. We increase our capacity for new knowledge that fills our cup. Given that the automotive industry has its great potential for our success, things will be a lot easier if we put our heart and passion into it. Then this profession will bring a rewarding future for us. I remember in my high school yearbook, there was a part of it that you will state the profession that you will want to become 5 years then. I can still remember what I placed there. It was to be somebody someday. It was because I did not know what career I want to pursue at that time. Before I was thinking that somebody was just okay to say. I never thought of how my parents would react at that time because for me that was nothing to be taken seriously. But this always lingers in my mind how my father reacted when I told him that I want to pursue a career in automotive. I stand here in front of you, happy that I became that somebody by making it to the top of the class. This also goes to all of you, dear fellow graduates. Today, you become a somebody that make your parents proud. As we graduate from this institution with quality skills apart from others, being the most outstanding student is an achievement I am very much thankful about. But I believe that each of us can become the most outstanding person in any field that we will pursue. If you can remember the movie in the Avengers Endgame, where Doctor Strange saw 14,605 futures, failed futures, and only one that they had succeeded, and they grabbed that perfect one opportunity, even if sacrifices had to be made just to be successful. You see, in life, you will face tons of failures, but do not let these failures put you down. Instead, make use of them as a learning experiences that makes you a little wiser than yesterday and a bit tougher than the last time. Remember, the moment you realize what you want to pursue in your life, grab the opportunity to seize everything you wanted. It doesn't matter how old you are, it will only be too late when others see flat lines before you. In life, there's no do-over. All you can do is move forward in each step, making a better version of yourself. And now the owner of the program, Mr. Edmar, will present the TMP Tech graduation certificate. Thank you.
Now, let us all give a very warm round of applause for TMP Tech's Toyota General Job Automotive Servicing Course Batch 11's most outstanding student, Mr. Edmar S. Ipak.
The Honorable Lina Sarmiento, Deputy Director General for TESDA Operations, Mr. Alfred T., Toyota Motor Philippines Chairman and Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Vice Chairman, Mr. Atsuhiro Okamoto, Toyota Motor Philippines President, and Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Science and Technology Council Chairman, Mr. Jose Lim III, President of Toyota Dealers Association, Dr. Romel Gutierrez, President of Chamber of Automotive Manufacturers of the Philippines Incorporated, Mr. Santos Guerrero, Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Chairman, Dr. David Go, Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology President, Toyota Dealer Principals and Representatives, Toyota Motor Philippines and Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Officers and team members, parents and family members, fellow graduates, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, good morning. It is my great honor to stand here before you to represent our batch. I would like to take this opportunity to give our sincerest thanks to our dedicated instructors, Sir Joel, Sir Polly, Sir Rolly, Sir Fernan, Sir Ashley, Sir JJ, Sir Bermon, Sir Ramil, Sir Glenn, Sir Charlie, Sir Leo, Sir Jess, and last but not the least, Sir Tito, for their passionate teaching, genuine encouragement, honest advice, and unfathomable well of patience. I would like to extend our appreciation to the administrative officers and staff for keeping us constantly grounded through the faithful observance of the rules and for keeping us safe, secure, and healthy at all times during our stay. Miss Pinky, Miss Joanne, and Sir Gerald, did their job well. I would like further to offer our gratitude to the librarian, Miss Elaine, for compassionately accommodating both our unquenchable thirst for knowledge and the occasional need for power naps to regain our vigor that enabled us to complete the day's task. I will not forget to take this chance to convey my gratitude to my former mentors at Lexus Manila, home of the world-class technicians, namely Sir Art Senya, Sir Edsel Ramao, Sir Lemuel Sadicon, Sir Francis Dadobo, Sir Ralph Almachar, Sir Raymond Caratao, and Sir Cyrus Calus. After sales team, Sir Melvin Lunar, Sir Darius Ligo, Sir Marky Pakingan, Sir Ed, Ma'am Tess, Sir Neil, and Sir Justin. The former teammates, namely Michael Crucillo, LJ Plaza, Genesis Salarda, and Raymond Cadiz for making the unbearable bearable because of our teamwork. I will not be here speaking to you today without the constant assurance and belief in my character and principles. It will be a serious omission not to state my admiration for the humility, perseverance, and honesty of Philip John Haos. A lot of other people helped me through this journey. Most notable are Kuya Bernie, Kuya Edmundo and Mirna, my kids, Angel and Elgin, and my wife, Yvette, for supporting me and always believing in what I wish to achieve. I owe them all that I have accomplished, and they serve as inspiration to the attainment of all my aspirations. It has been almost 3 years now since we first came here to pursue the fulfillment of our desire to learn everything that we thought we need to learn to become not mere mechanics, but professional automotive technicians. We have spent 2 years and survived a whole lot of technical written and practical exams, all the while being drilled towards the development of our soft skills related to our ability to effectively communicate and relate to others, to name a few. We survived the on-the-job training because our attitude has already been shaped and readied for us to accommodate some more of the essential practical knowledge. We successfully demonstrated our abilities every time we underwent assessments to gain our certification. I dare say that we were never wrong to have chosen Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology as our school of choice for our technical education. From being unsure freshmen, we have learned and grown together to become confident technicians. We all inspired each other and brought the best in us. Everyone has influenced everybody in one way or another. Who would have thought that with the abrupt arrival of the pandemic, that we could still get to where we are now today? The pandemic disrupted our lives and dreams. I personally was resigned to the thought that we will not have the proper closure of this chapter in our lives. The transition from students to professionals. TMP Tech, through the leadership of Dr. George Atento, Ma'am Olive Udahundo, Mr. Jose Maria Aligada, and Dr. David Go, did not concede, but instead started the impossible. Our school ably adapted to the challenge presented and now culminated to this occasion that we are celebrating today. I cannot help but think back on these past 2 years with a mix of satisfaction and longing. I burst with pride, remembering how our batch won a Christmas competition through our will, determination, and cooperation, despite the fact that we were all together for just a mere month. Who would have thought that the mere recitation of our simple work slogan, "Gawa ay ayusin, kalidad ay siguraduhin," can bring smile to our faces? Who among us do not harbor still the feeling of anticipation and nervousness with regard to our NC assessor, if ever we will belong to the lucky bunch of passers or the pitiful club of retakers. Who among us never lost concentration with the workshop task as Sir Rolly approached from almost anywhere to give advice or correct our handling of special tools and vehicle components? Who does not enjoy the morning exercises? Who among us does not agree that Sir Tito gave the most difficult exams ever? Who among us has developed nerves of steel to not be affected by Sir Fernand's singing of assessments? Despite the difference that we brought with us when we first came here, we will be living it today, united and proud, with the knowledge and skills that we all have acquired, the friendship and relations that we have forged, and the fond memories that will remain with us for the rest of our lives. As we go our separate ways, let us all be perpetually guided by the two main pillars of Toyota Way, which are first, continuous improvement, mental, emotional, and spiritual aspects of our lives. And second, respect for people, coupled with respect for oneself, that we deserve the happiness that we earned for us, and that the script we are following is of our own creation. Congratulations to our batch. We did it.
Thank you very much, Mr. Fadul Jr. and Mr. Ipak, for your inspiring words for your trainers, parents, and fellow graduates. At this point, may we request all graduates to please rise for the Pledge of Loyalty to be led by Batch 11 Silver Awardee, Mr. Oliver T. Tolentino Jr.
Fellow graduates, kindly raise your right hand as you join me in reciting the Pledge of Loyalty. Please repeat after me. I solemnly pledge that I shall always strive to live up to the standard of excellence of my alma mater, to strengthen my character, to continuously look for improvement through the Toyota Way, to stand for a just and humane society, to respect others, and to care for the environment in the service of God, country, and my fellow men. So help me God.
Thank you very much, graduates. That concludes the 10th Commencement exercises of Toyota Motor Philippines School of Technology Incorporated. Again, congratulations to our graduates. Thank you all for being here today. May you enjoy the rest of the day. Stay safe, everyone.